Hi, I'm Nick Leone with Ardent Insurance and Risk Management, and we're helping business owners get better results out of their commercial insurance. A lot of people feel like workers' comp's just one of those things that they don't have a lot of control over, and the state sets the rates, and hey, maybe I can shop around and get a good dividend from a carrier, but that's about all I can do. Well, I gotta tell you, that's not really the case. There's a whole lot that goes into workers' comp, and today I want to talk about three things that we look at and I'll share those with you that you can implement and potentially save yourself a lot of cash. And those are workers' comp class codes, the experience modification factor, and premium credit programs. So the class codes, it's all about your operations and the scopes of what you've got classified and looking at the individual jobs that you have out there. And are the codes that you have, do they mesh with what your employees are actually doing, and is everybody classified correctly? Many people didn't know that you can split somebody that works in the shop and in the field, you can split that time if you track it. So do you know how to do that? Are you doing it? And do the codes that you have, do they line up with what you're actually doing? We've been into some where it's led to tens of thousands of dollars of savings annually just by moving some people from one code to where they should actually be. The next thing is the experience modification factor, or the mod. This looks at your prior history, looking at 3 years of your payroll, your class codes, and your actual claims to calculate that. First thing is are all 3 years on there? Should they be? The claims that are on there, are they reflected accurately with what's either reserved or what they closed for? Or is there stuff missing? Or is there stuff inaccurate? How do you get it fixed? We were working with one client who was in an employee leasing company, and the leasing company didn't report the data. We got it corrected. It led to a reduction in their experience modifier by 31 points. It was huge for them. Lastly, I want to talk about the premium credit apps, such as the safety credit, which is 2%, the drug-free credit at 5%, and if you're a contractor, the Florida contracting premium adjustment credit. That's a form that looks at your payroll, your classes, and your hours worked for the third quarter of the policy prior to the start of the policy. So filling out those apps and implementing that program's fairly straightforward, and is 7% for safety and drug-free, and that contractor's credit is going to be calculated by NCCI. It can never hurt you, but it's worth the time to fill out that form and submit it. So if you dust off your policy and find, hey, these aren't quite right, you can get them corrected for the current term. And if it's classification issues or experience modifier issues, you can actually go back 2 years prior as well and get those corrected. So that can lead to some tremendous savings, as well as recovery of overcharged premium dollars. So if you need some help doing that, we're here to help you. I'm Nick Leone, Ardent Insurance and Risk Management.